Working more on the list. Let me see what I got here. Vinland Saga. So I actually made some prior videos that never came out about Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga Season 1 was really good. That was one of like the animes that in general surprised me because it's like I feel like for me, everybody has like a certain taste. I love the feel of revenge. That's like my flavor, right? It's like, hey, I love a good revenge story. I love a good get back story. At least like the creators are going to make it in a way where it's like it doesn't turn out exactly what you think it is, unless it's like Pokemon or something, you know. If you watch enough anime, you know, like the person, it never turns out how you want it to turn out, and that's kind of like a relation to like real life. You know, it's like, hey, you want something, but it's not going to quite turn out how you hope it turn out. So that's what that, right? But with Vinland Saga, like it didn't turn out how he thought it was going to turn out. But season 2 comes. And I was kind of curious about how season 2 was going to be because if you watch season 1 of Vinland Saga, you knew like, all right, like what's the motivation now? Like the thing that he was looking for, the revenge, isn't quite there anymore. So it's like, all right, like maybe he's gonna live his life different. All right, in my opinion, Vinland Saga 2 was butt cheeks. Not to take anything away from the storytelling. Vinland Saga, out of all the top 5 lists that I've seen, minus the the goats like One Piece and stuff like that, it probably has like the best storytelling, which I will give them 100% credit. Like, it's a good story, but like it's butt cheeks compared to season 1. Meaning like if you knew what the tone was in season 1, I mean, like I don't know, it's almost like you watch season 1 and you're like, yo, you expect like, oh, that's the pace. This is what it's about. I mess with that. And then you watch season 2 and it's complete like almost 180, where it's like, what was it? It's like Farmland Saga. That's like the most common thing, Farmland Saga. There was a point in season 2 where this man Thorfinn literally said like, I'm not hurting anybody anymore. At that point, I'm like, why am I watching this? Why am I watching this? All right, I came for that violence. All right, if I want to watch a slice of life, I will watch a slice of life. I call it slice of farm life. All right, so Vinland Saga season 2 is a slow burn. It gets better towards like the end of season 2, but it literally gets better when they start introducing more action. Like literally, and Vinland Saga was about action. At least like the animes that I've seen. All right, season 2 is literally about farming. And then when this man said he's not fighting anybody anymore, I'm like, yo, like, I turned it off. I'm like, I finished it eventually, but I'm like, yo, why am I watching this? All right, like, you're not gonna find anybody anymore. So how's this gonna go? It was just so boring at the beginning. It was boring because like if you off the heels of season 1, you expecting that action, like right, like Thorfinn was about that action. I'm expecting that, and I'm like, cool, he putting seeds in the ground, like, but I'm like, yo, where's the daggers, man? Like, yo, let these dudes know you nice. Let these dudes know. I'm like, he gets smacked, he gets smacked. I'm like, yo, like, even Brony Kenshin, he twists that sword sideways and let these dudes know. I'm like, nah, he just get like, he'll fight in a way towards season 2 towards the end where it's like he's fighting defensively. So like, most animes, after a while, like other fighters of similar skill level can tell like, oh, this guy is nice based upon like how he's moving and stuff like that. But I'm like, yo, so Vinland Saga season 2 is butt cheeks. Me being honest, it's butt cheeks. All right, it only gets better towards the end, and again, it's only butt cheeks. Not to the story is phenomenal. How they tell their story is legit, but just based upon season 1, it is butt cheeks. If you want something slower, Vinland Saga season 2 is where it's at. If you really, really like storytelling, it's where it's at. Like, pretend you never saw season 1 and watch season 2 is pretty top tier. But yeah, and then it was Hell's Paradise. And all the other shows in that top 5 are mainstream anime. So Hell's Paradise, same generic stuff. You're probably going to hear me say that again because I've watched so much anime, it feels like the same generic stuff. So same generic stuff, overpowered character, humble, kind of not humble. The only difference was the combat system, which invokes certain like, chi, Dragozi's Kai. There's probably other power systems I gotta remember. A Bankai in Bleach, right? Their power system was not really that unique, but it was unique enough that it was like, all right, like people have different like. I haven't watched Demon Slayer, but apparently they have their own power system. So that's what this felt like. And that was enough to kind of engage me, where it's like it's a blend of power systems and survival on a death island. I don't think it was anything special, but yeah. I will have more details about that or about all the animes I've watched on this top 5 list. Has I finished them? So Hell's Paradise I finished. Vinland Saga 2 I finished. The other isekais I ain't gonna finish. I will attempt to finish. So this your man MAS. I'm out.